and to unlock the lives you were meant to live. A warm good afternoon to all. Today I stand before you to talk about the virtue that defines greatness, shapes destinies, and transforms lives. Courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's not the lack of doubt or uncertainty either. Courage is the strength to rise despite fear, to act despite doubt, to push forward despite uncertainty. It is the voice within that says, yes, I'm afraid, but I will move forward anyway. Throughout the history, courage has been the foundation of progress. It was courage who led people, who led explorers to venture into unknown seas, fuel revolutions for freedom, and propel scientists to defy the definition, the limitation, and uncover the mysteries of the universe. Without courage, nothing extraordinary would exist. Without courage, nothing extraordinary would exist. But courage is not reserved for the heroes in the history books. It lives within each of us. It shows up in the quiet moment of our lives, in the decision that test our limits, in the battles we fight within ourselves. Courage is a student who speaks up when no one else will. It is the dreamer who pursues their passion despite the failure, despite the fear of failure. It is the individual who stands up for what is right, even when standing alone. Let me tell you a story that exemplifies courage. There was once a young girl named Joanne Rowling who loved to write. She would spend hours weaving her tales, pouring her heart into every word she writes. She dreamed of becoming a great author. But when she told her stories, many doubted her. Your dreams are impossible, they told her. Life threw her even more challenges, losing her mother, struggling as a single mother, and even battling poverty. But she refused to give up. With courage, Joanne continued writing, refining her crafts, and submitting her manuscript. She faced rejection after rejection from publishers, but she persevered. Finally, her story about a young wizard named Harry Potter was accepted by a small publishing house. Years later, that same young girl, now known as J.K. Rowling, became one of the most celebrated authors of her time. How? She inspired millions in the world with her magical tales and unwavering determination. How? Her success was not from her talent alone. It was born from her success. It was born from her courage. She never gave up. She believed in herself. Our prophet, peace be upon him, exemplified courage in every aspect of his life. He faced persecution in Mecca to standing firm in the face of war and treachery. He displayed unwavering strength and faith. One of the most powerful examples of courage is the incident of Hijrah, where the Prophet, peace be upon him, and his companion Abu Bakr radhiyallahu anhu fled from Mecca to Medina to escape the Quraysh hostility. During their escape, they seek refuge in the cave of Thawr. The Quraysh were so close for catching them that Abu Bakr radhiyallahu anhu feared for their lives. At this moment, the Prophet, peace be upon him, reassured him with the words from Surah Tawbah. Do not grieve. Indeed, Allah is with us. Indeed, Allah is with us. Life will test us. There will be moments when the fear whispers, what if I fail? What if I'm not enough? What if I lose? In those moments, I urge you to remember this, that fear may be loud, but courage is louder. It is the choice to rise, to dare, to try. It is the determination to keep going no matter how many times you stumble. Courage is not about just grand acts. Sometimes it's as simple as taking the first step towards a dream, Like, it is very simple. Like standing, moving, keep going when the road feels endless, speaking up when it's easier to stay silent, or pursuing the dream, standing in front of the dream. So, my friends, every transformative moment is driven by individual courage, individuals. As just as the visionary spirit propels our office system. So, my friends, I ask you today, what would you attempt if you were not afraid? What dreams would you chase? What heights would you reach? Let go of the chain of fear, and then you will realize courage is not just a choice, but it is the key of the unlocking your lives that you were meant to live. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Judges, please note, next code letter B Be courageous.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If the lion is the king of the jungle, how can he be the king of the jungle? If he's not the biggest, the elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can be the because they're cheetah. He can be the smartest. So if he's not the biggest, fastest, or the smartest, so how does a lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference between a lion and an elephant. It's all about the mentality. If excellence were the tallest building in your city, and you ripped it apart piece by piece until only the core existed, that foundation, what you would see is courage. Courage is not simply the absence of fear. It is a strength to act despite fear. This alpha generation is lacking the profound trait of courage and seeking refuge in the delusions and illusions of comfort zones and laziness. Think about it. What's the worst thing that could happen if you step out of your comfort zone? You might fail, you might fall short. But so what? Failure isn't final. It's a teacher. Every stumble, every misstep is a step closer to success. The only true failure is never trying at all. Let me draw your attention towards a prince once purchased two luxurious birds. One bird flew joyfully around the garden, chirping, cheering, seeking substance, while the other, however, sat motionless on a branch, refusing to fly. Despite the efforts of prince, ministers, and many others to take the bird fly, all efforts were in vain. Then a poor man arrived and asked for a chance. They agreed, and after a while, the bird took flight, astonishing everyone. How would you do that? They asked. The man simply replied, I just cut on the branch where it used to sit. I broke its comfort zone. One of the biggest reasons why people are lazy and want to do everything tomorrow is because they are too comfortable with their lives. Like what someone said, a comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. That's why Albert Einstein once said, a ship is always safe ashore, but that's not what it's built for. Now, on this journey of life, you're going to face a significant amount of circumstances, a significant amount of challenges. You're going to fall into areas where you cannot understand. And maybe it's not the position for you to understand. At that moment, when you start to feel that you are not in the position, that you don't love your life, then shame on you. Because your life is beautiful. No one deserves to reign it. No one deserves to control it. And no one deserves to steal your joy. Your life is your life. Ponder about the life of Barack Obama, Abraham Lincoln, and Muhammad Ali. Their success was built on the foundation of courage. Open the books of history. There was the soldier. There was the commander. There was the conqueror. He crushed the superpowers of his time. He crushed the Persian Empire. He crushed the Romans. He conquered Iraq. He conquered Iran. He conquered Armenia. He conquered Jordan. He conquered Syria. The undefeated commander, the undefeated ruler, the swords from the swords of Allah Azza wa Jal. This is Khalid bin Walid radiallahu anhu, one of the absolute memoirs of our ummah. There's a particular narration when they were facing the Romans. Khalid bin Walid radiallahu anhu used to wait for the Muslims to go to sleep at night. Then on his own, he would mount on his horse and go over to the Mongols, go over to the enemies on his own to get intel, to suss out the army. What are they planning? What are they doing? So the Muslim used to repeat, they used to say, Khalid, what's wrong with you? You're the Amir and you're going on your own. I mean, at the very least, take some men with you. Maybe something happened to you. He says, didn't you hear the Prophet of Allah say? Didn't you hear he say, the difference between one that remembers Allah and the one that doesn't is like the living and the dead? He said, what can 60,000 dead can do to one man that's living? As Muslims, we are constantly reminded in the Quran and Sunnah to embody courage. But this courage is not like reckless bravado. It is something, a reliance on Allah and a commitment to truth justice, and righteousness. If you truly believe that Allah is your sustainer, the one who controls all affairs, your heart becomes fearless. You know that no challenge, no trial, and no enemy can overcome you without his degree. Courage isn't a magical quality reserved for heroes or extraordinary people. It is something you cultivate. It is something you choose. It's not about being fearless. It's about keep moving forward even when fear is screaming at you to stop. Think about the Rosa Parks. Sitting in that Montgomery bus in 1955, one seat, one decision, and the courage of one woman sparked the civil rights movement. She didn't have any crowd cheering on her. She didn't know if she would walk away free or in handcuffs, but she acted. History always whispers the truth to us. Misery will always have company. Success breeds contempt. If you don't want to make waves, be a mediocre, be normal, and fit in. And if you're more concerned about the people, dress like them, act like them, walk like them, eat like them, go where they go, think what they think, do what they do, and once you have neutralized your uniqueness, it doesn't need courage. It takes courage to be exceptional. It takes courage to be different. It takes courage to be wise. Do not let misery control your life. Do not let anyone validate your purpose. Do not let anyone validate your destiny. Someone said to you a long time ago that you wasn't worthy. Someone looked you in the eyes and said you wasn't going to make it. I said to you right now, you will make it. I say to you right now, you must make it. Fear and doubt that it has no place. Be courageous for this life you're fighting for, this life you're living for. And make no mistake, no one is going to do better than you. Don't wait for something to happen. You make it happen and take full responsibility and control over the thing we call life. And just wrapping up my words with the celestial words of Quran. لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. And for the believers, no fear and no grief concerning them. No more fear about the future and no more grief about the past. It's all because we're laying on Allah, the ultimate courage. Be courageous. That's all. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Judges, please note, next code letter C on the stage. Topic, stay positive. Topic, stay positive.
Hello. 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 Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All of you watching, come close to me and listen. People don't have to like you. People don't have to love you. They don't even respect you. But when you look in the mirror, you better love what you see. No one is created to just love you completely. No one is made to please anyone. So, things happen. Critics will immensely happen as positives. Just as they said, we will build a palace with the stones. Yes, we will build a palace with the stones they were thrown. There is only you to do things for you. There is a group of people out there who are only uttering your negatives. So you don't have to worry about your stuff. Only take what you can feel, whether it's good or positive stuffs only. Only take whether it's good or positive. Because they are looking into negatives, not positives. Remember, they are looking into negatives. The lesson I want you to learn is, it doesn't matter what you look like.
If you can be shorter or taller, if you can be handsome or ugly, if you can be reddish, whitish, blackish or yellowish, it doesn't matter. What does matter? It matters that the size of our heart and the strength of our character. This is the true scenario that we all have accept and go on. We all have accept and go on. You always have choices and two situations to more. Accept the situation and cry on like, he's mocking me, he's abusing me, he's calling me, like this. These are the excuses that we all are uttering by a fear that what will happen. You have the second. Accept the situation and make that situation for you. As we said before, we will build a palace with the stones. Avoid the results. Ignore the results that can bring our mind into the line. Only by taking a tiny step forward today, we can conquer a big castle tomorrow. Therefore, we need to put aside our limitations of time and other difficulties. So, don't worry about your stuff. Sometimes it feels like, oh, it's not bad for me. Oh, it's against me. What? I'm too late for this job. It's important to ignore that. It's just a superficial feeling. Forget and try to vanish from these feelings as a daydream and take a tiny step forward today. Every challenge has heights and opportunity. Every storms make us stronger. Staying positive isn't about ignoring them. It's about how we're facing that problem and how we overcome them. Hey guys, good things takes time. Let me inform you that someone graduated at the age of 22 and waited 5 years before securing a good job. Someone became CEO at the age of 25 and died at 50. While someone became CEO at the age of 50 and lived up to 90 years. Barack Obama retired his political career at the age of 50 and Donald Trump starts his political career at the age of 70. Everyone in this universe works based on that time zone. People around you might seem they are ahead of you and some might seem they are behind you. People are running their own race in their own time. Do not enjoy them because they are in the time zone and you are in yours. So guys, relax. You are not too late. You are not too early. You guys are very much on time. All you have to do is make time your own. And all of you have time and talent equal to other human beings. Like Thomas Alva Edison, like Albert Einstein, like Ibn Sina and Imam Ghazali radiallahu anhu. They all have time and talent equal to other human beings. Maybe you are a different guy. Oh, you are like that guy. You are not like that guy. No matters. So, believe in yourself. Believe in your mind. Trust and start the journey. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, just crawl. By all means, move forward. There is nothing rather than moving forward. We all are uttering by fear. Oh, I'm feared to stay. It's just a myth. We don't spend our time with such illusion. That doesn't in Allah mana. I'm a devotee, I have God, I can get all of my burden to Almighty Allah. So, be positive always. See only the positivity in things that take the lead in matters and believing that there is someone to entrust you and raise your hands to. Finally, all you have to realize that the greatest positivity is not for, I have something to be happy. That I have something to be happy. If you have food in your shelter, money in your wallet, clothes on your body, a roof above your head, and a place to sleep, you are richer than the 75% of the entire world. If you can actually see me, understanding my message and hearing me, you are more fortunate than the 3 billions of people who cannot see, who cannot understand the message, who cannot hear, and suffering from different mental disabilities. Life isn't about complaining. Life is about a thousand of reasons to be grateful and happy. Always choose positivity rather than negative. Cultivate the spirit on unwavering positive. Always be positive. I'm concluding here. My name is Muhammad. Thank you.
Judges, please note, next code letter D on the stage. Topic, embrace failure. Topic, embrace failure.
Hull. Hull. Hello, good afternoon. Failure. The word itself generates fear into the hearts of many. It is a villain of our stories, the shadow looming behind ambition. The force that dares to threaten to unravel us. Let me ask you something. What do you mean failure is your enemy? No, it is the power, the powerful weapon. Myself, Muhammad Ashim. Today I want to share you a story. The story of failure, resilience, and ultimate conquer. This isn't a story about some celebrity icons like Michael Jordan, Stephen Hawking, or Steve Jobs. This is my story. Years ago, during my preliminary exams, I experienced something I never thought I would face. I failed. While remaining my 10 friends passed, I failed not in one subject, but 2. I still remember those days, how hard I felt. The crushing weight of the entire world pressing down to me. It was not just about marks. I failed myself, my family, and the expectations of everyone around me that I will become Wafy one day. My hands and legs were trembling. But it hurts. I'll be honest, it hurts. I won't lie. I doubted myself and questioned is there any future left for me? Some suggested, some whispered, maybe this is not for you. This Wafy academic is not for you, brother. Go and do any other courses. I failed. But in the moment of despair, something clicked. I realized myself, failure doesn't define who we are. It is our response to that shapes our destiny. By not letting the failure to break me, let it build me. Failure, let it build me. I asked myself, why did I fail? Why I can't do things differently? I reevaluated my approach. I started to study smarter, remunerative, and beneficial. But this process was very, very slowly. But I had a confident belief I started to see some progress. After all these struggles and sacrifices, wait. While my remaining 10 friends are going to ALIYA forts, me, after all the struggles and sacrifices, is the only student to be integrated for the PG. The same person once who failed in 2 subjects is now at this sensational attitude. This journey wasn't easy. It took disciplines, late nights, early mornings, but I had an unwavering belief that I have regenerative capability of more. If I can do it, one who failed in two subjects, why can't you, brothers? So, everybody who is sitting right here, you have a specific dream, specific ambition that you want to become something greater than what are you today. Congratulations. But you are afraid of failure. I want to tell you the biggest myth ever. Some of them believe that you are scared of failure will lead to success. There are some individuals, they are like, no, I can do it. I will fail. No, I will fall. No, I will miss. Lies. The biggest myth ever. Just imagine, what if Michael Jordan was scared of missing? He won't take a single shot. Just imagine, what if our Argentinian superstar Lionel Messi was evacuated from the World Cup 2014 after the loss against Germany? He won't be the world champion today. He won't be remembered as the greatest of all time. Just imagine, what if Steve Jobs was scared of the people won't liking his product? There would be no iPhone, no MacBooks, no virtual reality, nothing. What if J.K. Rowling stepped back when her book got rejected 12 times by the publishers? There would be no Harry Potter, no Hermione Granger, no Ron Weasley. Gentlemen, being scared won't do anything. In fact, if you love success and if you are going for it, guess what happens? You are going to fail. You are going to fail 10 times, 100 times, or even 1,000 times, but that's okay. Failure isn't a permanent. So, this is what I am convinced to say you. Embrace your failure. Embrace your failure. It is a key to success, and it teaches why we failed. Finally, in a nutshell, as my story illustrates, failure isn't your enemy. It is the opportunity to grow, to identify the obstacles and the mistakes, and to conquer the world. Time is already late. Be ready for the conquering. Thanks for peaceful listening and a wonderful day. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Judges, please note, code letter E cancelled. Code letter E cancelled. Judges, please note, code letter F on the stage. Code letter F on the stage. Topic, embrace failure. Topic, embrace failure.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hey everyone. The failure is a part of our life. If you don't fail, you don't learn. If you don't learn, you will never change. Okay, can I ask you something? How many times have you failed at something you truly wanted? Can anybody say? Yes, you. Oh, wow, so many times. Just give him our appreciation with an enthusiastic applause. Because he had learned more and more things from his life. I have also failed a lot of my exams. And I failed my last exams too. But I rewrite and I pass it. The failure is not the end. It's just an opportunity to growth. Dear fellows, when we think about the legends, we admire the icons of history who have left an indelible mark on the world. They all have faced failure. But it's how they responded to it that make them great. Everyone knows the Oprah Winfrey. She was rejected by the television executives who said that she wasn't fit for TV. But lately, what happened? She became one of the most influential women in the planet. If we take Thomas Edison, he had failed 1,000 times before he invented the light. When he asked about his failure, he said that, I haven't failed. I just found 1,000 ways that won't work. Friends, just imagine that if he had given up after his 500th failure, what would the world look like? If he hadn't kept pushing, we wouldn't be sitting here today with the light. That is the power of perseveration. That is the power of embracing failure. Okay, fellows. Life is a journey filled with twists, turns, and troubles. But here is the truth that the failure is not our enemy. The failure is not the reflection of who you are or what you are capable of. In fact, the failure is the great teacher, mentor, and guide. And the failure is the clearest path toward the success. Friends, let's be honest. The fear of the failure is real. We all have felt it just sitting at the edge of something big, hold back afraid to take that leap. What if I am failed? What will people think? What if I am not good enough? Just ignore it. Just ignore it. You are good enough. In fact, you are more than good enough. You are capable of greatness, but only if you are willing to fall and rise again. Remember one thing. The success is not a straight line. The success is a series of failure, lesson, and adjustments. There is no growth without struggle. There is no mastery without failure. When you fall, rise again with more fire in your heart. When you stumble, get back up and walk with more purpose. Friends, keep moving forward. Because the success is waiting just beyond the failure. The success is just waiting beyond the failure. You know one thing? The most powerful thing you can do it, keep moving forward. In those moments when you feel defeated or when the weight of the failure seems unbearable, keep moving forward. This is the path. This is your way. Keep going. Remind yourself of this. The success is built on the foundation of persistence. The success is built on the courage to fail. It's built on the strength to get back up. And the wisdom to adjust. Keep going. Friends, you are not your failure. You are not your failure. You are the lesson you have learned. You are the person who chooses to keep going despite the obstacles. Fellows, there is a theory I used to listen. It says, according to all aerodynamic laws, a bumblebee can't fly because its body weight is not proportional to its wingspan. but the bumblebee flies anyways. Brothers, then why don't you? Then why don't you? The bee is powered by its own life and its motivation to fly. You too have wings. You too have wings. Let them take you to the great height. Thank you, friends. Thank you for your valuable times. Have a nice day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Judges, please note next code letter G on the stage. Topic, inspire others. Topic, inspire others.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to this very carefully. We often ask that to inspire others, we must be great, famous, or rich. But I have to tell you, that's not the reality. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. That's the point of inspiration. There's only one unpredictable thing in this world. You know what is it? It's human being. It's human being. Whatever we predict about a man, all those predictions go wrong. Because his cure is rich with striking weapons. And we know Allah has created us very unique, with diverse abilities and strengths. And what one person can do may seem possible to another. And our individuality is what makes us special all the time. Now, let's take time to reflect upon something remarkable in you. You know how to write the letter I in lowercase in English? A line is drawn and a dot is placed upon it. Right? What if it's reversed? It's an exclamation mark, an exciting mark. There are more than one miracle hidden in every human being. Every human being. When we realize this miracle within ourselves, then we realize the I within us. Each of you has a unique gift. Each of you has a unique gift. And embracing it can unlock the potential to inspire others. Let me share you a beautiful story of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. After the war of Hunayn, the Prophet and his companion set up a camp in a mountain valley. As they gathered to prepare cooked food, the Prophet instructed them to gather woods and sticks for cooking. And each Sahaba, each companion, came up with a small collection of sticks and woods again and again, time to time. Then the large bundles became. Large bundle of sticks and woods. At that time, the best teacher in this world taught his students, this is how our small sins become large sins. This is how our small sins become large sins. Look at the art of inspiration that Prophet teaches them. Do they forget in their lives? No, never. The lesson from his life, not from the books. Our beloved teacher, Professor Hakim Faizi, always taught us the changes in this world are driven by human from human. It's a reality, you know. We have all witnessed the Qatar World Cup ceremony. The whole world was looking to that person. Who is he? Ghanim al-Muftah. The postgraduate student born with long legs. Then the whole world was looking to him. The Qatar World Cup have chosen any further celebrity or influencer, but instead, they showcased one inspiring story. What a beautiful moment. What a beautiful moment. Saying us, the time anyone can inspire others, regardless of their background and abilities. When we discuss the inspiration, we may all think about the famous personalities like Ronaldo and Elon Musk. But at this point, I remember my parents. I would like to focus on my parents. Each and every moment with love and dedication and kindness, they inspired us. Even the inanimate objects can also have an art of inspiration to all of us. You know, there are 4 things you need to know before going to this world. First, just like this pencil, in order to be a useful pencil, it's going to have to do a resharpening. Can we imagine how much painful it is? But what it's take for to be a useful pencil? And the second one, just like this eraser, we may make our mistakes along the way, but we have to correct upon our mistakes. They are not mistakes when we learn from that. They are lessons. As we embark from this journey, we have to understand that instead of putting full stops in our life, we have to put commas to write our own story. And at this time, we have to understand the word of Maya Angelou. The best way to predict your future is to create it. So let's create a future where the inspiration has no boundaries, and try to, instead of blaming the darkness, let's try to light the lamp of inspiration. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Judges, please note code letter H on the stage. Topic: inspire others. Topic: inspire others.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Praise to Almighty Allah, peace and blessings upon Prophet and his companions. My dear brothers, I want you to imagine a room that is filled with a lot of candles. Imagine a dark room that is filled with a lot of candles. And out of all that candle, there is only one little single candle that is lighting. And my question is, if we use that one little candle to light all of the candle in that room, does the first candle lose its light? Absolutely not. In fact, now we have different sources of light. We have multiple sources of light that brighten the room together. And that's what inspiring does. My dear brothers, as we talk about inspiration, let me talk about my inspiration. Who is my inspiration? How I find my inspiration? And it's all about a woman. A woman who walks before me, who sleeps after me, who do everything for me, who do my laundries, who cook food for me, who do everything for me and expect nothing from me. And I would like to call her my love, my mother. Just like that, there is a lot of people in the world. Look around you. There is a lot of people around you. And there is a lot of people you have met. There is a lot of people you have to meet. And the thing is, everyone has that something inside them. Everyone has that something inside them. The fuel that have inside them. But the thing is, just like the candles in the room, they are all missing the little spark, the little ignition, the little light to be a shining star, to be a shining candle. All we can do is give them a little spark. My dear brothers, inspiring other people doesn't have to be a big change. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It has to be smooth. It is about showing up for somebody. It's about being there for someone who is in need. It's about keep smiling. It's about saying to him, hey, you matters. Just like that. It doesn't have to come from a big stage. It doesn't have to come from a big podium. It doesn't have to come from a big stage and a big suit. It's in everyone. It's in everyone. Like me, you, everyone has the power to inspire others. And always remember, there is a lot of people in the world who are struggling, who don't know what to do. They are struggling inside them, don't know what to do. The only thing we can do is inspire them by little things. And if you talk about the practical side, how can we inspire others? Let me talk about something. The first and foremost thing that we can to inspire others is by listening to them. Most of the time, when we hear someone's dream, when we hear someone's struggle, when we hear someone's dream, their ideas, they are more likely to work more. They are more likely to engage more. They are more likely to take their full potential. You know, everyone has the power. Everyone has the thing that inside them. The only thing we have to do is just by hearing them. When we hear them, they feel like they are valued. They feel like they matter. They feel like they are seen. When people feel like they are seen, they are valued, they are more likely to work more. The second and one of the most important thing is by lead by example. You know, I can say to my friend sitting right there, sitting on one of the chairs and say, go to the stage, come here, go to the stage and to have a small speak. But it doesn't have the beauty in it. Instead, rather, I can stand here in this big podium, in this big stage, and I can say to him, brother, come here. Next time, you are the person who is doing inspiration talking right here. You have the thing that inside you. You have to try it. You have to get it out of it. That's the one thing you have to be doing. Just like I will mention, everyone has the thing inside it. You have to lead them by action. Sometimes your actions speak more than your words. Instead of sitting on the chair and instead of sitting on the chair and telling them to go to the stage and have to have a small work, go to the stage and tell them to be on the stage. My dear brothers, I know what you are thinking. There is a lot of people in the world. There is a lot of people in the world that I have met. There is a lot of people I have connection with. There is a lot of people in my friends group. And I know what you are thinking about. I don't know how to inspire them all. I don't know how to inspire them all. I can't inspire them all. Let me tell you a little story. A person who was walking on a beach and he sees a lot of starfishes. There's a lot of starfishes on the beach. He tosses one by one into the ocean. One by one into the ocean. And a passerby stood and talked to him. Hey brother, look, there is a lot of starfishes. You know, there is thousands of starfishes. You can help them all. You can save them all. And the man calmly looked into his eyes and took one starfish and threw it into the ocean and said, I made a difference to that one. I made a difference to that one. You don't have to inspire everyone. You know, the one thing that the inspiration has the power, just like imagine a lake, a calm, a still lake. If we put one pebble into it, if we put one stone into it, you know, the ripple will sound. The ripples, just like that. If we inspire one person, it will be shared to everyone. It will be shared to everyone in the society. It will be shared to everyone in your friends group. That's how it works. It has the power to grow. It has the power to be shared. My dear brothers, I want you to be a light to others. Just like that, there will be a lot of candles, just like in the room, have the ability to ignite, have the ability to light. But all they are missing is the ignition, is the spark. So give them light and be a light. So thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Judges, please note, code letter A on the stage. Code letter A on the stage. Topic, be courageous. Topic, be courageous.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. The courage within. Close your eyes and listen to the whispers of your heart. What is it telling you to do? What dreams are it urging you to chase? Today, I invite you to tap into the courage that lies and unleash you, to unleash your inner strength and to unlock the lives you are meant to live. A warm good afternoon to all. Today, I stand before you to talk about the virtue that defines greatness, shapes destinies, and transforms lives. Courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's not the lack of doubt or uncertainty either. Courage is the strength to rise despite fear, to act despite doubt, to push forward despite uncertainty. It is the voice within that says, yes, I'm afraid, but I will move forward anyway. Throughout the history, courage has been the foundation of progress. It was courage who led explorers to venture into unknown seas, fueled revolutions for freedom, and propelled scientists to define limitations and uncover the mysteries of the universe. Without courage, nothing extraordinary would exist. But courage is not reserved for the heroes in the history books. It lives within each of us. It shows up in the quiet moment of our lives, in the decision that test our limits, in the battles we fight within ourselves. Courage is a student who speaks up when no one else will. It is the individual who stands up for what is right. It is the dreamer who pursues their passion despite the fear of failure. Let me tell you a story that exemplifies courage. There was once a young girl named Joanne Rowling. She would love to write. She would spend hours weaving her tales, pouring her heart into every word she writes. She dreamed of becoming a great author. But when she shared her stories, many doubted her. Your dreams are impossible, they told her. But she refused them. Life threw her many more challenges, losing her mother, struggling as a single mother, and even battling poverty. But she refused to give up. With courage, she continued writing, refining her crafts, and submitting her manuscript. She faced rejection after rejection from publishers, but she persevered. Finally, her story about a young wizard named Harry Potter was accepted by a small publishing house. Years later, the same young girl, now known as J.K. Rowling, became one of the most celebrated authors of her time. How? She inspired millions in worldwide with her magical tales and unwavering determination. How? Her success was not born from talent alone. It was born from her courage to believe in herself when no one else did. Our prophet, peace be upon him, displayed courage in every aspect of his life. He faced persecution in Mecca to standing firm in the face of war and treachery. He displayed unwavering strength and faith. One of the most powerful examples of courage is the incident of Hijrah, where the Prophet, peace be upon him, and his companion Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu fled from Mecca to Medina to escape the Quraysh hostility. During their escape, they seek refuge in the cave of Thawr. The Quraysh were so close for catching them that Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu feared for their lives. At this moment, Prophet, peace be upon him, reassured him with the words from Surah Tawbah: do not grieve, indeed Allah is with us. Indeed, Allah is with us. Life will test us. There will be moments when the failure whispers, what if I fail? What if I'm not enough? What if I lose? In those moments, I urge you to remember this, that failure may be fear, may be loud, but courage is louder. It is the choice to rise, to try, to dare. It is the determination to keep going no matter how many times you stumble. Courage is not just about grand acts. Sometimes it's as simple as taking the first step towards a dream, or speaking up when it's easier to stay silent, or keep going when the road feels endless. As I conclude, I leave you with this, that courage may not lead you to immediate success, but it will lead you to growth, strength, and transformation. Every transformative moment is driven by a courageous individual, just as the visionary spirit propels our Wafy system. Be courageous, not because it guarantees an easy path, but because it guarantees a meaningful one. Step into your fears, and then you will discover that courage is not just a choice, but the key to unlocking the lives you are meant to live. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
ഇതോടുകൂടി ആലിയ വിഭാഗം ഇൻസ്പയറിംഗ് ടോക്ക് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് മത്സരം അവസാനിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നു. മത്സരത്തിന് വിധി നിർണയിച്ച വിധികർത്താക്കൾക്ക് എല്ലാവിധ നന്ദികളും രേഖപ്പെടുത്തുന്നു. ഏതാനും നിമിഷങ്ങൾക്കകം വേദിയിൽ ആലിയ വിഭാഗം മാപ്പിളപ്പാട്ട് മത്സരം ആരംഭിക്കുന്നതാണ്. മത്സരാർത്ഥികൾ